But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out. It's like if you had an idea for a premise and it was totally baked and half baked, and you went on stage with it and just fucking, it's nothing.
Just
there.
go for it. Yeah,
there's nothing there. Sometimes comics do that.
Yeah, and
for
then
fun.
the other.
Joe Rogan just unleashed a major reality check on The View, leaving Whoopi Goldberg completely blindsided. In a savage exchange, Rogan tore apart their talking points, exposing their contradictions and hypocrisy for everyone to see. Whoopi and her co-hosts thought they could keep spinning their narrative, but Rogan's response hit so hard that the panel was left speechless. Before we break down the exchange, let's look at Whoopi Goldberg herself, the longtime face of The View, a show that's essentially a liberal echo chamber pretending to represent balanced discussion.
I think part of the problem that the trans community is facing, and it's the same problem that women face, is if you don't know anything about our bodies, you don't know how it works. Mm-hmm. So when you come in and you say, oh, these are men, competing against women, you're assuming that the women are weak and just can't do anything except they're here. Have you seen female athletes? They know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure what's going on or why this.
For years, she's led the charge on that panel, preaching from her soapbox and acting as if her opinions are beyond challenge, all while portraying herself as the voice of reason. In reality, she's surrounded by a group of elites who recycle the same tired rhetoric, pushing one-sided takes that feel more scripted than sincere.
The Holocaust isn't about race. No, it's not about race. But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man. You can't call this racism. This was evil. Mm-hmm. This wasn't based on the skin. You couldn't tell who was Jewish.
Recently, Whoopi went on yet another rant on The View, dropping one of her most baffling comments yet.
Let's look at a scenario where the Supreme Court says, yes, he has all those rights. He is immune from everything. Yeah. You know what Joe Biden could do since he is presently president?
What?
Oh. He could throw every Republican in jail.
Yeah.
I mean, he could. I mean, no. This is not a good thing. Because he could go. What this means is it's.
When Joe Rogan caught wind of Whoopi's bizarre claim, he knew he couldn't just ignore it. On the Joe Rogan Experience with guest Christopher Rufo, he wasted no time dismantling her argument and exposing how absurd her position really was.
Did you see what Whoopi Goldberg said?
What'd she say?
Whoopi Goldberg said that Biden could arrest all the Republicans and put them in jail. You just need to see how unhinged this kind of thinking is. Well, you know what Joe Biden could do? Joe Biden, you have to see it because it's so
on TV,
crazy.
She said
on television. Find that out, Jamie, because it's so. That's not what it means at all.
Yeah, no.
But the fact that she says that so confidently, like if you're willing to let Donald Trump use presidential immunity, that means Joe Biden could just go crazy and arrest all the Republicans. Because that's what that means. No, that's not what that means. Even a little bit.
Yeah.
You just added a whole bunch of stuff to what that...
Rogan wasn't alone in calling out the nonsense. His guest, activist, and researcher Christopher Rufo jumped right in, breaking down the flawed logic that The View panel had been promoting.
In fairness, though, I mean, The View has to be... if you average out The View hosts, among the dumbest people on television. And so it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth, but...
I don't think some of them...
Joe backed up Rufo's points completely, and to be fair, he was spot on.
Representative of a big constituency. I think probably yes.
Well, a lot of
MSNBC viewers are probably also thinking,
I don't even think the MSNBC viewers. I think
that's
they're a
too
little
far.
bit more sophisticated than that.
Yeah. This
is like low information, blue no matter who, like older housewives who are mad at the world.
Mm.
That's the appeal that Whoopi Goldberg has. Does Whoopi have children?
No idea.
It's interesting too, like really politically motivated older women who don't have children.
Yeah.
They're very specific. Like you can kind of guess the way they think. I would like to see like what the stats are on older post-menopausal women with no children and how they lean politically.
Yeah, college educated. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's
I bet
extreme.
it's like
Yeah.
my fans being male.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. It's like ocean blue. I mean,
Yeah.
like the depths of that.
Bananas. Yeah, and because the women that I know that are Republicans are almost all.
Whoopi Goldberg has a history of pushing exaggerated and misleading partisan takes on The View. In another recent episode, she made an odd joke about Elon Musk and JD Vance that left even her co-hosts puzzled. Her offbeat comments about Musk's cooperation with the government on space projects showed just how out of touch she's become.
Let me say someplace that could really use a lot of cutting. You know, Elon has very many, what do you call it?
Government contracts? Yeah.
I think, because I don't remember, maybe y'all heard it, but I don't remember looking for an armored car. And I don't remember, I don't care what it looks like. I don't remember asking for it. I don't know why I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
I want to know, when did I say, hey, we need another agency next to NASA?
Yeah.
So when did we start paying for his
You
stuff?
talk about SpaceX overseeing FAA?
No. You know that he's going to be cutting NASA.
Yeah.
That's the competition. So what is the real deal here?
Money.
If we want to cut some money, let's cut some of these. I'm okay with that. We have to pay for it. You are paying for everything he sends up that comes back down, that falls back down and breaks.
Rumors are now swirling that Musk has filed a defamation lawsuit against her, and if true, things could get messy fast. At this point, it seems Whoopi will say anything to stay in the headlines, no matter how bizarre or inaccurate. It's nothing new. The View co-hosts Joy Behar and Whoopi have long pushed a far-left narrative while spreading misleading information. But when they started mocking Joe Rogan, they underestimated just how influential he's become.
That's why people like our show, because they know that we are checked by ABC News. But
We're checked by everybody.
yeah, I mean, if we're wrong, we have, the legal note here. We went from Walter Cronkite, basically, to this guy Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. He believes in dragons. He believes in dragons.
Did you triple source that?
Yes, I did. And he also thinks that dragons, like dinosaur-y type of animals, roamed the earth when people did.
Whenever hypocrisy or misinformation surfaces, Rogan doesn't hold back. He calls it out instantly and turns it into another viral, must-watch episode. He's never been one to let mainstream media distort the truth unchecked. Recently, he set his sights on MSNBC, slamming the network for twisting stories to fit its agenda while pretending to be objective.
The most important part.
I don't know.
Hey, this is the most important part. This is right after she was saying, we are run by ABC News. You should trust us, not Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. So she by saying we should trust them because they're double checked by ABC News, and then making the stupidest fucking statement. Like you didn't listen to what I said.
Yeah.
You didn't listen to what the wildlife biologist, and that's only a part of what he said.
I can't
the
believe
other
Joy
part of what he
Behar
said
didn't
was
weigh.
there was something before that where he was explaining encounters with giant reptiles. And
I
there's
don't know.
also, listen,
It doesn't make sense to me that a middle-aged woman could be dumb.
when you're worried about losing your job and you're worried about podcasts taking over and who's the source of news, and we said Donald Trump was Hitler, but half the country disagreed with us and he won, and this is fucking great, and Joe Rogan believes in dragons. It's just frantic. It's
Bro,
foolish.
if you believe that Donald Trump is Hitler and everyone who supports him is a massive racist, and if you are in any ethnic or gay, you need to get the fuck out of this country. Because if you believe all that, it's bad for you here.
In the end, Whoopi Goldberg's desperate attempts to stay relevant are finally catching up with her. The backlash keeps growing, and The View might want to rethink its strategy before it collapses under its own weight. How much longer can they keep this up? Time's running out, and it's only a matter of time before the whole act falls apart.
But the thing about it is, they're all united in their message.
For the 5th time since Donald Trump was sworn in just 4 weeks ago, we are also tonight watching developments in yet another plane crash.
See, I watched MSNBC the other day in the gym. Oh my God, it was awesome motivation to work out because these people look morbidly obese. They had this language that they were speaking. It didn't make sense.
Maybe instead of Superman, Trump should put out NFTs of himself as Lex Luthor, a bald billionaire egomaniac, and who, in one storyline, lied and schemed his way into being elected president.
My people feel like they're in danger. We're being pushed out of society. We're being told we don't exist.
Elon Musk has apparently somehow convinced the United States government that the taxpayers of the United States of America should spend $400 million buying armored Tesla production units.
Of course, you have to say you're an ally of the LGBTQ
You have
plus
to be an